So the plan today is to head out on the River Deben to see if we can catch any bass using floats. So we're using very light tackle, and not sure we're going to entirely stick to floats, but that is the plan. And the problem is where I've got the boat, it's very, very muddy and very, very flat. So that's the boat there, and you've got to get out to it. So obviously if you go out there now, you don't float, and if you leave it too late, you do float. And if you get it wrong, then that's the result. So the plan is, as I say, we're going to use ragworm. We're going to be hopefully using just one of these floats, which I think are probably almost got enough weight in them. So the double paternoster that I'm using, I'm hoping is just going to keep it afloat. There is a little, so there's two of those, and then there's just a little shot at the bottom just in case it needs a little bit of extra weight. And there it is, bobbing away nicely. So what happened?
Suddenly went in.
Float went under?
Yeah.
Keep the rod tip up. Keep the rod tip up. Bring it round this side. Okay.
The thing is,
Hold it.
yeah. Got it. Sorry.
So first cast, a bass of about £2. We didn't really weigh it, and I haven't even set up yet. So I'm going to be going for a similar sort of deal, but only it's going to be a single paternoster, just on a little trace like that. And I'm going to be ledgering, so that's like a 2-ounce lead. And again, Mitchell 300 reel, I think £8 line, 8-foot telescopic rod, so very light, and off we go, and let's see how we get on. The crab.
It's a big crab. City crab. Oh, is that all it does?
Ah, missed! Gone to bed. I've got a fish on before it even touched the bottom.
This one's big.
It's a better fish. we've had a decent sized bass, I don't know, about £3 maybe, and then a couple of smaller ones. It's still about 3 hours before high tide. There's a little bit of ripple on the water. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit. We arrived at 7:30 in torrential rain. The boat was floating more than was ideal, and so I had to wade out up to my thighs, get in the boat, get it started, and then come back to virtually the shore to pick Joji up. In the process, he lost a boot, which is still out there underwater to be retrieved some other time, and it all started out pretty horrendous, but that's fishing, and as we all know, you've got to be in it to win it. That is pretty spectacularly muddy, isn't it? But then again, coffee tastes like mud to me anyway. Yeah, that's mud. And then of course, every boat has to have an owl. Oh, hello. And this might be Mr. Crab. Oh, it's Mr. Bass. Mr. Bass pretending to be Mr. Crab. What's it? So, before I was so rudely interrupted by that bass, I was just about to have a cup of tea. Oh, hang on. No, it's mud. It's mud and Mr. Crab. A lot of boats coming out there. They have a sort of muddy taste. And I've got crab, I've got weed, and just for good measure, I've got your line. Can you see?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Nightmare, we've got a crab loose in the boat. A big one. Well, with short. Well, I call it a big one. Go and eat someone else's bait. The bass. Stop mucking about. Don't muck about, Mr. Bass. Worms, please. Come on, Mr. Bass. Come on, Mr. Bass. Come on, fishy, fishy. Ooh. Oh, that was a bit of weed. Oh no, oh no, 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 it was a bit of weed, but see, I'm trying to do too many things at once. Adjust the sonar, catch a fish. Ooh. No, it comes as a sushi, it's trying to hide. You cannot hide from me, little bass. Please tell me you haven't taken the hook down. I can get that. I can get that. It swam away, and we have sushi. Go on. Go on. Just do that. Go tap, 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 and then boom. So I put a float on, and well, we're not gonna. Okay, I've had bigger. That is appropriate. It spatted out. I mean, it was as big as the float, has to be said.